So I'm in a Ford Focus and there is a wicked vibration. I can feel vibrations throughout the dash here, the steering wheel. The car is shaking really bad. So in today's video, we're gonna figure out exactly what that is and we're gonna fix that. So come with me. This is gonna be on a 2011 through 2018 Ford Focus. This is the SC with the 2.0 liter engine, also automatic transmission. So we're gonna get started by diagnosing this. The way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna get my floor jack and I'm gonna slightly jack up the engine a little bit and then see if it changes the pitch of the vibration. So we're gonna get started doing that. So I'm underneath the vehicle here, and if your vehicle has a splash shield, you may have to take it off. This vehicle is missing here, but yours may have it. You may have to jack it up, and then around the perimeter will be some fasteners that you drop the shield down and it comes out. So I got a floor jack, and it's got a block of wood, and we're just barely touching the edge of the front of the oil pan here. Right now, there's no pressure on it at all. The jack is just barely jacked up to us touching. We're going to start the vehicle, and what we're going to do is we're going to slowly, like a quarter pump, lift the engine up. Just changes the pitch of the vibration. That's what we're looking for. So I suspect this motor mount right here has collapsed, and now it's sitting metal on metal basically, and it's just vibrating right here. So what the plan is to jack it up just a little bit, like a quarter inch or so, and see if it changes the pitch. So we'll do that here, and then we'll do the same thing, but we'll slide the jack over to the transmission side, and then we'll jack it up and see if there's a transmission mount under here. We'll see if that changes it also. Now, if it's what I suspect is the main motor mount here is pretty common, but it can be the transmission. We got the engine fired off. It's vibrating pretty good. My hands right here, I can feel it vibrating pretty good. So now I'm just going to jack this up a little bit, but at the same time, I'm going to keep my hand on here, and the vibration almost went away completely just by doing that right there. So I'm pretty sure it's this motor mount right here, so it's collapsed. But we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to move it over on the transmission and jack it up and see if it changes the pitch as well. So I just lowered it back down, and I can feel the vibration again. Vibration went away as I jacked it up. So I'm confident that vibration is in that mount, but I'm gonna do the same thing over there. All right, so I've quickly diagnosed that it is just the main engine mount right here. So I went and picked one up. This is probably the same exact problem you guys might be going through. So I will leave links for all the parts and tools that I'm using in the description of the video. That way, if you need to pick up any of those, you can find those links in the description. So now with that being said, we're gonna get started by replacing this engine mount. It's pretty simple, so come with me and we'll get started. All right, guys, so I repositioned the jack and the block of wood under the transmission here. So I've repositioned it right underneath the oil pan. I got the 2x4 going long ways. The 2x4 is spreading the load out. So we just jack the engine up, jack up until it's just touching right now. And now we're just gonna jack the handle a couple little pumps until the engine is basically off the pressure off the mount right there. So it's just a little bit, maybe a quarter pump or so, and that's it. So now the pressure's off. So now we're going to unbolt this mount, and the jack is going to support the engine. So now that the engine is supported, before we take the engine mount out, we need to get the coolant reservoir bottle out of our way. We're not going to disconnect the hose here. We're going to leave that connected, but we are going to disconnect the vent hose here. So they have little squeeze tabs here. You can squeeze the tabs and then kind of give it a little wiggle, little twist side to side. So we're just going to squeeze the tabs. And just be careful not to break this line and pull it off like this. So we got the vent line out of the way. Now we're just gonna lift up here and lift up. So this portion right here can get stuck on there. Sometimes you have to kind of work it like side to side like this to get it to come off. So now we're gonna take the coolant reservoir and we're gonna tilt it out of the way so the coolant doesn't spill out of our hole here, and just get it out of our way. Now we have full access to our engine mounts right here. So now that we got the engine supported, the coolant reservoir out of the way, now we're going to go ahead and take the motor mounts out. There's the 18mm nuts here and 15mm bolts here and here that we're going to remove. So I'm using a 1/2-inch drive to do this. You can do this with ratchets and extensions like this. Crack these bad boys free. Or if you have impact tools like I have, you can use the impact tools to bust these out. So we're going to get these out really fast. 15. 15. So I'm gonna jack the engine up just a little bit, just to get a little more pressure off, so it doesn't sag when I take the next bolts out. So now we're gonna swap over to the 18 millimeter. And we're gonna bust these two out here. Now you can take your motor mount out and we can swap it out for the new one. So what happens is this mount collapses down this way, and then with the engine on there, it basically makes contact here and here, and it just vibrates on the mount right there instead of holding it up like this. Now we simply just reverse the order, put our new mount in. So the new mount is going to be a lot taller, so you may have to jack your engine up to it to get everything to line up. Now you can go ahead and start your bolts by hand. You can start all the bolts. If you notice from the factory, there's no thread locker, there's nothing like that on these bolts, so you don't need to use that. So we're going to run these in here, and I'm centering the motor. If I need to wiggle the motor left or right, I'm centering everything up where everything's nice and centered. I'll get this started here. So now I'm just going to run these down until they're snug. Now that they're snug, I'm going to drop the jack and lower the engine down. So now all the weight's on the mount right here. Now we're going to torque these down. All right, guys, so now we're going to torque the engine mounts down. So I jumped onto ChatGPT and looked up the year, make, model that this particular car is. This is a 2017 Ford Focus. The engine mount, and gave it a little brief description. And it gave me 59 foot-pounds for the small 15 millimeter bolts. And then we're going to torque the 18 millimeter bolts at 66 foot-pounds. So that's what's amazing now is ChatGPT has changed the game as far as DIYer being able to fix a car. So in the past, you would have to have like a subscription to like All Data or Mitchell or something like that to find out factory torque specs like that. But now ChatGPT is changing the game. You can find that out directly from that. So depending on your make and model, you know, enter that in there and then ask ChatGPT and you'll get your torque specs for it. So now I'm going to set up my torque wrench. Now I'm going to torque the 15 millimeter bolts to 59 foot-pounds. And then we'll set the torque wrench up for the larger bolts at 66 foot-pounds and torque these down. All right, now that we got our engine mount torqued down, now we can take our coolant reservoir bottle and go ahead and put that back into position. You're just going to slide the plastic tabs over the metal brackets here and here. So you'll line those up. Once they're lined up, you just press it on. So once it's lined up, you just press it down just like that. Now we can take our vent line and line it up and press it on until it locks. So if you lost any coolant, then now you want to, re-top off your reservoir. Make sure that's full. All right, it's the moment of truth. We're going to fire this off and see if the vibration has gone away, see if it's much better in the vehicle. So here we go. Yes, we had success. There is like no vibration in the vehicle anymore. So that's how you change out a motor mount on a Ford Focus and diagnose it. I'm Brian Esser from How to Automotive. I'd like to thank you guys for watching and encourage you to subscribe to the video. There will be links for the parts and tools in the description of the video.